Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. I've just done my head shave. If you haven't watched that, you don't watch my head shaves. I'm using the exact same products other than the brush in this shave. So the soap for today, as you'll know from the name of the video, is going to be Mitchell's Woolfat shaving soap. Renowned the world over. Everyone seems to love it apart from me. I've used it in my head there and I absolutely loved it. Now I had Kent shaving soap rebranded Mitchell's Woolfat. I struggled with it. I didn't enjoy using it. It was airy, it used to dissipate. Wasn't great performance, it didn't have a great scent. Now the scent on this is slightly different to my nose from memory, but the performance of it, wow, I was blown away, I really was. I was expecting it to struggle and have a shitty lather, but I got a great lather and a great shave. Now, I will actually lift it up. I'm going to be using my turn and shave. This is a custom turn and shave from Milton over in the States. Absolutely beautiful brush, and I've got a 26mm knot in here, and it is his quarter moon knot, and the face feel of this is phenomenal. So I'm looking forward to giving this Mitchell's Woolfat a blast with a synthetic knot. So I'm going to dip it in the water. I'm going cold water this one. I did a warm water shave for my head. I'm going cold water for the face shave. I'm going to shake out most of the water from the brush. I did put a little bit of water on top of the soap just before I started this video, so it's been on there for about a minute and a half roughly. And all I'm doing is just whipping up the lather into the brush. Just trying to keep a good hold of it here because it's very, very slick. And the residual slickness on this for my head shave was, it was phenomenal. It really was absolutely phenomenal. I've just dipped the tips of the brush and went back on again. Now this is triple milled soap, and let me tell you, it is as hard as the ceramic dish that it comes in. It is rock hard. I mean, if you bit it, it would be like, I don't know, it's almost as hard as, let's say, ceramic plastic. It's rock hard. Even putting a little bit of water on top of it and smashing it with my brush for my head shave made absolutely no impact whatsoever. It smoothed the edge. I don't think it took much of a layer off it, that's for sure. It's not the cheapest of soaps. Mitchell's Woolfat, I think these are about £20 or something, I think. I think over here you pay about $30, $40 for it, $40 maybe, in the ceramic jar. I'm glad I got it now, I'm glad I got the jar. I was a bit worried, but I'm one of those blokes that goes full hog. And the reason I ended up ordering this is because I ordered my wife a shit ton of Wickham face soap. Right, there's my load in the brush. Now that was a pretty long load, even by my standards. It's still slick on my head. Now I've rinsed my head off and it's still slick. I was just giving it a bit of a wipe on the back there. Right, just scooping a little bit out from the tub that I can get to. The puck has sort of moved to one side of the bowl, so I can only get so much of the soap out, but that's alright. The thing is, when I first used Mitchell's Woolfat, or Kent shaving soap, was what I had, which I did check with some people in the community as to whether it was actually Mitchell's Woolfat in it, and it was confirmed that it was. I can tell you right now, just that there, it's thick. And it's slick, it's really slick stuff. It's hard to get off your fingers in the water. Right. Tastes alright. Mitchell's Woolfat. Now this is tallow based and lanolin based. It's triple milled, which basically means, I can't remember exactly, but it just means that it's been processed 3 times, I think. And what that does is it basically draws, I think, every last bit of moisture out of the soap. I'm going to use my normal technique with this and see if it works. So I'm going to paint all the load on. Now I can tell you now, this load feels really airy. It's like bubbly. I don't know that you can sort of hear it. It's like the bubbles are popping as I'm pushing it on my face. So it'll be interesting to see if this lather will work with my sort of synthetic brush style. So there's nothing else happening now. It's very pasty. I'm just going to dip the tips and just start painting water in. till it goes translucent all over. Now just from that first paint, it looks like it's going to go translucent very quickly. And again, maybe not. Look at that, it's going pure white again. The good thing with this technique is it seems to, for me, give you a perfect hydration, or close to perfect hydration for any soap that you use. Now of course this is no good for everyone, because a lot of people out there now only want to use vegetal based products. This obviously has tallow and lanolin in it. Now lanolin comes from sheep's wool, which I'm not even sure whether, I don't even think vegans would use lanolin, even though the animals aren't actually harmed. Well, I suppose they are sometimes, they're probably cut and stuff like that, but they're only using the product, they're not killing the sheep to get the wool from it. But it is an animal byproduct, it is an animal product, should I say. So far it's just absorbing the water, it's not growing, it's not going translucent. I'm just going to double dip this time. We might be about to witness a Mitchell's Woolfat explosion, because to be fair, this is taking a lot of water, and it's really surprising me how much it's taking before it's slowly going translucent, but not much. I reckon I'm still 3 or 4 dips away. Now I did load this quite heavy, just through fear of getting a shit lather. Dip it again. I mean, it's getting more translucent, but it's still very white. I'm actually getting quite not a lot. I'm getting alarmed. I'm getting worried about it. I'm like, is it going to go translucent and then I'm not going to be able to lather it? Is it just going to die on me? But so far, I don't know whether you can see that a little bit there, how shiny that is. Look how shiny. Yes, you can see how shiny it was there. I just had a phone call come through, but it's okay. Just dipping the tips, adding more water. This is amazing. I'm amazed how much water is going in here. I really am. And like I say, it's going translucent, but look how glossy that is. I mean, when do I stop adding? When do I stop dipping it? I'm just going to keep going. I mean, this technique has a reason that it works, because when it goes translucent, in my mind, I've got enough hydration in the brush then to pretty much create the full lather without going back to the bowl. But I'm just constantly adding water, and it's constantly gobbling it up. I mean, it's got to get to a point where surely it goes translucent, but it's still, you can see how thick that is. It's not really going translucent. Yeah, I'm quite amazed. Now, of course, you guys that followed my channel for a while, you'll know I bashed the shit out of Mitchell's Woolfat for a long time, online, on YouTube, on my videos. Mainly because I was shit at lathering it, but obviously my technique's changed. The quality of products in my den in terms of hardware have changed. This is going to be a very long video, and I apologise in advance. I'm going to dip the tips again, and again. Right, I think that's about as close as I'm going to get. I'm just struggling to add enough water to make it go translucent, I really am. Just a couple of paints again, look how white it goes. So I'm going to spray the brush now, and let's just see how good Mitchell's Woolfat really is. Is it as good as they say? Tell you right now, it's lathering up beautifully. I'll be absolutely amazed if I have to add more water to this. What a pleasure to lather. Of course, I've used far too much soap, and that's probably the reason why it's taken so long. Look at that go. Now, I don't mean to blow my own trumpet, but that is one of the best Mitchell's Woolfat lathers I've seen on YouTube. I mean, look at that. And I can tell you right now, I think it does need more water. That is absolutely incredible. In fact, is that the best lather I've ever made? It's this needs more water in it, but I'm not going to add it because I'll be here all day. Honestly, I'm absolutely gobsmacked with this soap. I can really see why the shaving world loves this stuff. And I'm annoyed with myself that I lived in that little bubble of Mitchell's Woolfat shit, because really, is that a shit lather? It's all on the shave, of course, but I know it's going to perform. The Start razor, 0.9 blade gap, open comb, and like 10 plus shaves on a Gillette Super Stainless, the spoiler vintage blade. And here we go. Now, this is a no prep, cold water shave. With what is pretty good size blade gap, 0.9. Now this is going to be a little bit more difficult because it's not hydrated enough, so it's not going to rinse out very well in cold water because it's full of fats and oils. Now I shaved with the closed comb 0.9 blade gap 2 days ago. With this exact same blade, and it was an absolute dream, and this feels no different really. Have I ever said that a soap is too slick? I don't think I have. This is slick beyond a joke. I can honestly see now why people make this their only soap in the den. It's got a nice clean soapy scent which sits around for me around about a 4, maybe 4.5 cent strength, which to be honest with you I wasn't expecting. I was expecting it to be like a 2 from the reviews I've read and things I've seen on Facebook. It's not a strong Facebook on YouTube. It's not a strong scented soap. I'm going to rinse this razor out in a little bit of warm water before I start my next pass. There we go, beautiful. Back to the cold. Now, this is where there's obviously a fair bit of soap left behind with an open core. Look at that. Really, it's so slick. In fact, I may lather up this pass and then just do my third pass and my touch-ups with just residual slickness, just to show you how slick it is. But look at this lather. I think this is the best lather I've ever made. It's beautiful. It's going to do it with tips, just add a bit more water in it. Look at it go. Definitely lathers better with a synthetic, although with the badger brush that I use for my head shave, superb. Of course, I'm very lucky. I've used hundreds of soaps, probably more than 50 different soap bases, and I'm not kidding when I say this. I think this might be the best soap I've ever used, and yet in terms of formulation, look at it, it's phenomenal. It's the best lather I've ever made. Easily, it's so slick. It tastes alright. It's dense, it's really dense. It's creamy, it's protective, it's slick. It's easy to lather. It's really easy to lather. If you follow what I just did, if you follow my general synthetic technique with this soap, bearing in mind that I've got shockingly hard water, you will create a phenomenal lather. Here we go. And if you don't have Mitchell's Woolfat, you're down your nuts. In fact, if you're ever going to buy a soap and you don't know what to buy, look at it. The proof is in the video. It's not like I'm photoshopping images and putting whipped cream on my face. You see me make it. It just goes on and on and on and on, and it is phenomenal. It's so slick. And this little Russian razor, I mean, this is a 0.9 open core. I love it. I absolutely love it. I think it feels incredible on the skin. I think they've come to market with a razor that's had a lot of thought put into it. The end caps, sorry, there's no overhang at all. It's heavy, that's it. It's the only downside to it really is it's very heavy. Yet I don't get any real problems with it. Like, I don't get any irritation from it. So far, I mean, I know I've got 2 days growth. I'm gonna lather again because I am loving this soap. Mitchell's Woolfat, it is so slick. Now I've just used the Secret Artisan lately, and her soap is absolutely wonderful. I would say it's borderline one of the best soaps I've used, and I've used obviously Excelsior, you name it, you know what I've used. You can look through my 900 plus videos. That is incredible. And we're talking about a soap, I think this formula is well over 100 years old, I think. When was it established? 1893 formula. Is it the same formula? The original 1893 formula, and the best. I am absolutely gobsmacked. Look at it go. This is the 3rd lather from one load. And all you guys are watching this out there that love Mitchell's Woolfat when I told you so. You're a fucking idiot not trying this soap. I really am. I'm devastated I haven't had this in a den. Desert Island soap. Hands down. So far. I really enjoy the scent. Needs more water. Holy shit. This is my Desert Island soap. And I tell you right now, I think it's the best soap I've ever used. Which is a massive statement, given the quality of soaps I've used over the years. And how good artisans have become. Now, I don't know quite what the ingredients list is on this. No doubt there'll be bad things in it. But you gotta die of something, right? At least for this stuff, I'm going to die happy. With my shaves, at least. Wow. I didn't think today, with this soap, I'd be creating the best lather I've ever created. And having, at the moment, possibly the best shave I've ever had. With a razor, I still haven't mastered it at all. I'm still learning it, yet it feels phenomenal. Really smooth, really comfortable, and it's 0.9 open comb. It's so slick. I think this soap may even allow me to go against the grain a little bit. It does. Have I just unlocked? The ability to go against the grain. Because of soap performance. Is that? Now of course soap performance is going to hold you back against the grain, definitely. Right, I've got no soap over here in this section here. I've got no water on it either. I'm just going to wet the razor. The amount of slickness that tiny bit of water on the razor created is absolutely off the. I mean, that's incredible. Whew. I'm amazed. Amazed. Like shit, how good is this soap? I'll tell you how good it is. It's the best. The best I've used. It's better than any artisan soap I've used. Any artisan soap I've used. That's how good this soap is. And I know a lot of you guys out there and gals will be agreeing with me. because you've got it, you use it and you love it. The only thing that lets it down a little bit is the pedestrian scent, because it just smells like soap. But it still smells nice. You know, it's not a offensive smell at all, it's just a nice clean soap scent. Surprisingly enough, the razor is reasonably grippy, even with this slick soap on it. Wow, that's got to be one of the closest, least irritating shaves I've ever had. In fact, I'd probably go as far to say, crazily enough, it's probably the best shave I've ever had. Now, the amazing thing here is, I mean, I don't know whether you can even just see the shine on my head. Obviously just done my head shave with it. My skin feels amazing. It feels sort of satiny. I've got a little bit of hair there actually that I've missed, but that's fine. It's not noticeable. Just let that dry in. I'm going to rinse out the soap. I'll probably take the soap out of the tub and air the soap separately. Or I may not, I may just leave it in there and just let it dry out. But this lather smells great. Actually, so it performs phenomenally. Now I've just used a 0.9 blade gap, open comb, with a very sharp blade. It is those Gillettes, even on 10th use, very sharp, very efficient. Not a single weeper, nothing. That's that red mark on my neck, that's not a weeper. Not a single piece of blood, or in my lips, anywhere. And albeit that's down to the razor, but that's mainly this soap. It's so slick and protective and cushiony, and wow, I'm just blown away. Absolutely blown away. Mitchell's Woolfat, where have you been all my life? It is taking my perception of non-artisanal soaps and really boosted it big time. It was boosted it to the point that it's the best soap I own in terms of shaving quality. Now of course if this smelled more like, you know, Club Cola or something like that, it'd be even better, but, or Fougère Gothique. I'm not quite sure, obviously I've no idea how the formulation of this soap is made, I don't know anything about it really. But the guys over at Mitchell's Woolfat have found something over 100 years ago that stood the test of time because it's brilliant. That's better. So I've not even dried this on the towel yet, but you can see that knot is perfect. So once I flick this over the towel, it'll be absolutely spot on. It'll look exactly like it did the day I bought it. Or the day it was delivered, should I say. Milton over at Turn and Shave makes pretty much, in my opinion, some of the best brushes you can buy. And he's not the most expensive either, which is great. As you can see, I'm just spot on. I'm going to rinse out my Man United brush now, which I forgot to do after my head shave. It's still full of lather and I quite believe just what was in that brush from my head shave would have done my full face shave from that one load. I've really overloaded the brushes today and I don't really care. because that soap is so hard, it's going to take so long to use it anyway. You can see that. My God, no, it's quite a nice knot. It certainly holds the water nicely, releases the lather very well, and it's very soft face feel with loads of scrub. It's a good backbone, but it's got absolutely no properties that actually scratch your face. It smells lovely now as well. Well, I can't say anything more than that. I'm really tired today, but this has really cheered me up and woke me up a little bit. Mitchell's Woolfat shaving soap. Original 1893 formula, prepared with natural lanolin, soothes, softens and smooths. Bradford, Yorkshire, England. Wife's from Yorkshire, and let me tell you, it should be in everyone's den. It's that good. It's phenomenal. And that razor, so you've seen the brushes there, the Start razor, 0.9 open comb, 0.9mm open comb. So it's 0.05 more than what my Carve closed comb is, and yet it feels probably smoother and more comfortable. Believe it or not, I'm really happy with this. I think this has a lot of thought going into the angles and stuff like that. I love that the tabs are completely enclosed, and I know that Carve is heading that way. It will happen eventually, and it's not detracting from the Carve. Every shave is different. I love the aluminium Carve over the stainless and brass, but there's something about the way this shaves that is just super smooth and comfortable, and it just peels through the hair. And to get a full face shave that close, for me, with absolutely no nicks, cuts, weepers, and no irritation, nothing really. The post shave from the soap is just incredible. I'm just run out of superlatives for this soap and this razor today. The brushes have performed, as they always do, phenomenally well, but this is all down to this soap, really. I think the soap is what has made this shave so spectacular, and hey, nothing more I can say. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.